Welcome to OBDSync. I'm Jason, and today's episode we're going through how to program a steering column lock module in a Chevrolet SS. So first off, we'll go to the module tile. We'll then load up our screen as we see here. We can go click that flashing tab. We'll see our current and required files. And when ready, we'll click right. Do make sure you have a battery maintainer fitted. It's very important since this process does take a couple minutes to complete. We'll see it'll first start downloading the files. It will then begin the flashing sequence, and we'll see here we'll begin actually flashing. Since this does take a couple minutes to complete, I have fast forwarded this section, but just bear in mind it does take longer than what's displayed here, which is why we request having a battery maintainer fitted. You will need to have that maintainer for the next step, since the next step does take 11 minutes to complete. Once that's finished flashing, we'll go on to its final flash routine finalization. This only takes roughly 10-15 seconds. Then we'll have a pop-up indicating to cycle ignition, and then finally clear all faults. We're just going to head straight to the learn functions and perform our last action, which is our VIN Security Link. So go ahead and press go. Again, make sure you have to have a battery maintainer fitted, since this does take 11 minutes approximately. You need to make sure that you also have the ignition on, and that you turn your headlights off and radio off and anything else that's using power. Again, for this section, I have fast forwarded this. It does take 660 seconds, which is 11 minutes. So we do require making sure you do have that ignition on. So if it's a push start car, make sure you've held that push start until the button goes green. Make sure you got the battery maintainer fitted, and then just leave it and don't touch anything. We'll see here I've started it again at 5 seconds left so that we can see what happens. It will then perform its security linking procedure and have a little pop-up giving us some steps that we need to follow. So it's 3 steps here. So we need to make sure that we turn the ignition off. We need to then open the driver's door and close the driver's door, and then finally we need to wait approximately 60 seconds or longer and then turn the ignition on. It's really important to follow these 3 steps. You must do them, otherwise you have to repeat this entire process. So make sure we've turned the ignition off, we've opened and closed the driver's door, we've waited approximately 60 seconds. Now we've turned the ignition back on, and we're now able to then click the OK button. That's now completed. That's all. That's now all linked to the car, and that's all we had to do. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.